What do you want to do today, Martin?
I have an idea. We could go play video games.
I'm sick of video games. I want to do something else. There's more to this world than video games.
Hey, do you guys want to watch TV?
Okay.
Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast. That was a short cartoon I made. And in this video, I'm going to go into how I made that short cartoon. I'm going to get into the character development, and then the writing, and then the drawing, and then the inking, and then the voicing and the coloring and the animation. This is a new project I made with new characters, so there's a lot of different steps involved. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to try something a little bit different. Recently, I was cleaning out my room, and I came across this book that I wrote about in 2017 after high school. And in this book, I saw this drawing I made. It's all these like cartoon animals. There's like a bunny and a dog. There's even a cow, a rhino. I think I was trying to make a bull, but I ended up looking like a rhino, and a duck. And I'm like, these would make good characters actually. If I turned them into actual like cartoon characters, I could animate these. And they're kind of cool because they're animals. So in this video, I'm going to make a cartoon based off of those drawings. And I'm going to get into the first step, which is making the personalities and making each character distinct. I'm going to get into the first part of this, the character development. I can figure out what the characters will be like and how they will be unique from each other. So let's do this. I started drawing the heads of the character on index cards and just figuring out what they might look like when I final draft them on the animation. I want to make each character look unique, and I also want to make their personalities different from each other. I wrote characters, just little sketches. I wrote one character. It's a dog named Martin Perro. By the way, Perro is dog in Spanish. He's gonna look like this. I'm gonna make him like nerdy and goofy, happy, and maybe a little bit sensitive. Danny Bird. I made a bird. He's gonna be hyper, a party animal, fun, and very extroverted. And then I got Austin Rabbit. He's gonna be generally happy and cool and fun to be around, and a compassionate person. Now, I'm gonna write a script, and after you have good characters you can work with, it makes writing a script so much easier. So let's do this. Now, I'm gonna get on to the writing. So we got the characters we sketched out. Martin Bird, just a cartoon character. Austin Rabbit, and Martin Perro. And we got the personalities behind it. So now I'm gonna write a script. I'm not gonna write on a script writing software this time. I feel like writing it by hand and like fleshing out the scripts on paper before you go to a script writing software is actually really helpful, because then you can like think more freely, I feel like. That's just me. I guess it's different for everybody. Scene 1. We see Austin Rabbit and Martin Perro, the dog. I'll just do that. They're hanging out at the park. What happens? I'm just doing this. Austin says, by the way, Austin is my middle name. Luke Austin Feast. How about he says, Martin? How about he just says, what do you want to do today, Martin? And maybe Martin says, wait, what's Martin's character? Martin is happy, goofy, sensitive, and nerdy. So what would be something like that in that personality he could say? We could play fetch. No, I'm not gonna say that. Martin says we could play video games. That's it. Maybe Austin says, I'm sick of games. I want to do something else. Maybe I have an idea. So Austin can say, I'm sick of video games. I want to do something else. There's more to this world than video games. And then maybe Martin, maybe Ducky enters. The duck. Okay, I got it. The duck enters. Wait, what's his name? Danny. Bird. Maybe Danny can say, want to watch TV? And Austin can say, okay. I don't know, something like that. Now, I'm gonna get onto the drawing. Now, I'm gonna get onto the drawing. What character should I start with? Should I start with the bunny rabbit or the duck? I'm gonna start with the bunny rabbit. I have a lot of characters and a lot of different detail I have to add to each individual one. I'm gonna start with the head of the bunny. That sounded weird. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna draw the head. I'm gonna make like a center point right here so I understand where I should start. So the plan is like, I want the eyes to be a little sideways, like that. I think it's kind of cool that I'm drawing animals. That's something like I really wanted to try. All right, we got one eye. I'm gonna get the other eye. But I do want to draw like actual realistic animals. That's fucking hard. Actually, I think it needs to be lower. I don't have enough room for the ears. I'm gonna redo that. Why did I mess up? No, actually I need not enough room for the ears. This is tricky. I'm gonna draw an eye right here. Perfect, right here. And right here. There, we got the eyes now. Now I'm gonna draw the nose. I'm just gonna go like that, a little triangle thing. I'll color it in later. I'm not gonna draw the pupils. I'm gonna do that in a different layer, like I always do. But I am gonna draw the side of the face. I think I'm gonna make it go like right there and there. I feel like the nose could be bigger actually. Maybe like right there. Yeah, that looks better. And now I'm gonna draw like a little indent right here. And I want the ears to be spread apart. So I'm just gonna go like one bunny ear, because he's a bunny, apparently. I wanna make him a bunny. Other bunny ear. And then we can add like, I'm gonna add like the inside of his ear, like that. There, that's looking like the way I want it. I had to add the eyes lower so I could make room for the ears, which is kind of tricky. I'm gonna add, I think I'm just gonna start right there. Now we got that outline. I am working underneath a glass table. And underneath the glass table is a light bulb. Turn on the light bulb, then the light shines through the paper. And that means if I put another paper over the paper, I can see what's through it. So we can trace over it and animate over it. I think I'm gonna have the head turn a little bit. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. So we can go like, but I always start with the eyes when I have the head turn. So I'm gonna go like, maybe it turns that much. We can have the eye look like that. And we can go like that. So now the head's turning. The nose can turn with it. So that's the purpose of the glass table. We can just trace over it. And I think I'm gonna add the neck right here. But the ears are gonna be more right here to the side. And that ear's right here. So yeah, his head's turning a little bit. And maybe we give him more of a jaw. Now we add the inside of his ear. So now we got his head turning. I think I'm gonna add some eyebrows. So I'm gonna save the turning heads for later. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the eyebrows on his face on a new layer. But I'm not gonna give him like two eyebrows. I'm just gonna give him like a unibrow. And I think I'm gonna give it like, that's like his straight emotion face, and we can make him mad. When he's mad, his unibrow will go like this, like that. And then we can have like up. So just different eyebrow emotions, because eyes are a distinct way to show emotions. I am also gonna draw the pupils. Draw one right here and one right here. Pupils, yeah. Now, I'm gonna get onto the inking. So I drew all the characters right here. I drew a lot of them. They're all on paper. We got the torso, and this is the bunny. I drew the duck, added his feet and stuff. So what I'm gonna do, here are some pens I have. I used to use like Sharpies, and then I realized I can get a lot more detail with these pens. I don't know which ones I want to use though, because I do want like a bold kind of look, but I also want it like detailed. I don't know. Also, right here, I have a scanner. So I'm gonna ink it and then scan it onto the scanner, which has an SD card inside of it. I guess I'll just ink it now. I'm gonna zoom in, so you can see what I'm inking, yo. I think I'm gonna use this pen. This is a 1mm pen. There's an 0.3mm pen, which gets even more detail in. I think I'm actually not gonna use the 1mm pen for the mouth movements. I'm gonna use an 0.3mm pen for the mouth movements. That way I can get good detail. For like this, that'll be 0.3. That way we can add more detail for like the teeth, for like that. So the teeth will have a lot. We want to get all that detail in. But for the eyebrows, I want them to be a little more bold. So I can use a 1mm pen, and it just gives it a more bold look. And you don't need as much detail for that. So I'm just gonna speed roll.
Now, I'm gonna get onto the voice acting. This is a P-stopper, so this is the mic I'm using. This is the P-stopper. It's literally just a little cylinder thing. I think it was for a lamp I found in the garage. I taped a towel over it, and it works fine. What it does, if I say like p or p in the microphone, pizza, it's gonna get a loud PH sound. But if I place this over, pizza, it dilutes the sound. So now, I'm going to say the lines. I think I'm going to make the Rabbit Austin sound like this. What do you want to do today, Martin? What do you want to do today, Martin? We could go to the video... We could go play video games. I have an idea. We could go play video games. I have an idea. We could go play video games. I'm sick of video games. I want to do something else. There's more to than the... Yeah. I'm sick of video games. I want to do something else. There's more to this world than video games. I'm sick of video games. I want to do something else. There's more to this world than video games. Hey, wanna watch TV? Hey, no, I'm gonna make him like, hey, wanna watch TV? Hey, do you guys wanna watch TV? Hey, do you guys wanna watch TV? Okay. Now, I'm gonna get on to the coloring. Now, I'm gonna get on to the coloring. I'm using Adobe Illustrator. I'm gonna click New File, and I'm just gonna make a new blank document. So now we got a new blank document. I'm gonna do Ctrl Shift D to make it transparent. I'm gonna go File, Open. These are the drawings we drew, and now we're just importing them. So the first thing we drew was the mouth movement, so that wasn't the first thing, but. So right now we can't draw on it, we can't do anything. We have to go to Image Trace. And to get to Image Trace, it's under Window, Image Trace. Click the object. I'm gonna go to black and white logo. That way, it will be manipulatable after we go to Object, Expand. Just a little thing. I'm gonna take the direct selection tool and take out the background. Now we can color it. Libraries. And I'm gonna color the inside of the mouth like that. That should be good, I actually like that. White teeth with a pink tongue. I'll just do a pink tongue. I'll deal with the eyebrows later. I'm gonna start coloring the bunny. We got his legs right here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Black and white logo, Object, Expand. Take out the background. I think I'm gonna give his pants like a blue. I'm gonna give him like a gray belt. No, a lighter gray. I feel like that would work. Like that. That should be fine. I'm gonna zoom in. Maybe that can be that color. I wonder what kind of fur he should have. Those are like his paws, his feet. Maybe I should give him, I was thinking of giving him like a really light gray fur like that. So that will be his legs. Copy, I'm gonna put that into an untitled document, File, Export as, And when you export it, make sure it's a PNG. That way the background will be transparent. I'm gonna make it legs, call it legs. I don't need this anymore. Then we can take his torso, black and white logo, object, expand, okay. So what was that color? I was like, that was his fur. But I think I want to give him like some sort of, maybe like a brown belly. Actually, I like that dark gray right there. I'm gonna give him a dark gray belly. I feel like that contrasts well. Now his arm. And for his arm, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take the eraser tool and I'm gonna erase this part of his arm. So now I can take the direct selection tool and it will take out the background without taking out this inside of the arm. I'm gonna color his arm. That's it right there. So we can just go like, whoa, and copy that, paste it into here, file, export as, oh, we got the head now. So I'm gonna erase the neck. Now I'm gonna color the inside of the face light gray. I think I'm gonna give him a brown nose, or maybe just that color nose. Actually, I do like that color better. And then that kind of ears maybe. No, I'm definitely giving him the darker gray ears. I'm also gonna export these eyebrows. I'm gonna color the eyebrows gray, and now I know what color I should make them. Now, I'm gonna get onto the keyframing on Adobe Animate. Now, I'm gonna get onto the There's a hair in my face. Now, I'm gonna get onto the keyframing on Adobe Animate. Alright, I'm gonna click Create New. Let's go. And when you do that, you can make it 4K, HD, whatever. I'm gonna make it 4K. And then you can change the frame rate, whether it's 15, 30 frames per second. I'm gonna make it 30 frames per second. And then create. That's pretty much it. Then you get this blank canvas and this timeline. And right here, there's this library panel. This is where you will manipulate all of the drawings. This is where the timeline is, where all the keyframes go. And this is where we can drag in all of the drawings we have. I'm gonna click this new folder icon so I can organize what animation is where. I'm gonna do one I forgot to draw their blinking. Why do I always forget to draw their blinking? I'll deal with that later. I'm just gonna drag in all the stuff we have. So this is the mouth movements we have that we drew. We can drag that into the folder like that. I just made the folder for each individual. I made the dog character, Martin Parrow the dog. I colored him brown. Austin Bunny, and that's what we were working with earlier. I'm just gonna take a random background for it. Now we got all of those drawings and folders separately. I'm gonna click this insert keyframe, but I'm gonna right click it, go down to frame. We can drag this out. I'm gonna bring in the first audio layer, and we can do that by dragging it into, we take the AIF file, and Adobe Animate doesn't accept MP3 files, it only accepts AIF and waveform audio. So we can drag this audio file, drag it into the canvas, and then it'll go into your timeline. So I'm gonna add a layer. I'm just gonna add the background. I'm gonna add a layer for the character now. I'm gonna start adding the bunny, Austin Bunny. I'm gonna drag him right there. I'm gonna zoom in. Maybe he can be like right there. I want like a full body shot. Maybe we can just take out the audio layer for now and just do like a supporting shot and they're just standing there. Torso. And now I'm gonna add his arm. And when you wanna like bend it, you can click this asset warp tool and click the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist, and you can bend it like that. I'm gonna zoom in. What if I have the arm behind his body? And now I'm gonna add the head. You can have the head right here. I'm gonna move the arm to the back. Now we got that. I'm gonna add a layer for his pupils and face. So we got his pupils that we drew. We can just drag him in here. And I'm putting him on a separate layer so it's easier to manipulate. Scale him down. I want to have him looking that way. And we can add his unibrow. I'm going to save it really quick so we don't lose it if it crashes. I'm going to add a mouth movement. Now I'm going to add the dog. The dog. Martin Parrow. I'm going to add his legs. Maybe he's standing right there. And he's going to be shorter. Torso right here. I think I want the legs in front of the torso. And then his arm. I might want it more like right there. There we go. Copy, paste, transform, horizontal. So many tedious things that go into this. I'm going to bring this one to the back. And I'm going to have his head forward like that. And that's going to be what he looks like. And then I'm going to... Oh, I put it on the same layer as his pupils. I just realized that. I need to add a layer, copy these, delete it, and put it on a new layer because it needs to be on a separate layer. Now I'm going to add a layer for his pupils. I'm going to have him looking a little smaller. And maybe he's looking at his friend, like looking down. Now I'm going to add the eyebrows. So we got that, and that's like a supporting shot. If we want to angle where the image is, you can take this camera layer and zoom out, kind of like position where they are looking. I'll deal with that later. I'm gonna click insert scene. And now we got a new scene. I'm gonna add some time to this keyframe and drag in the first audio layer, like that.
What do you want today, Martin?
And I'm gonna add a layer. And I'm also gonna just copy and paste these layers right here. Copy frames. And then paste them so we can just get the same kind of thing. We don't have to redo it all over again. I'm going to drag that out. Now I'm going to zoom into his head. So now we add keyframes. Maybe right here we can add a keyframe for his head. Maybe his head turns a little bit. So we can take that, it's like that size, 31, whatever. We can take it out. And if you want to see what's behind it, you can add this onion layer. Shows what's behind it. Austin Bunny. So I'm gonna go to his head turning a little bit. Maybe he like looks to the side. I'm gonna take out the mouth movement. I'm gonna move his eyes like right here. And we can add another keyframe and he moves his head even more. Transform, flip horizontal, make the eyes move more. Maybe I can make him a little bigger. I'm gonna move the eyebrows with his head too so it's more animated. And now we can add mouth movements. So if we zoom in really closely, they say different vowels. So each vowel, we can add a new mouth movement. So ooh sound, and I got all these vowels that we made right here. Ooh, I like that. That vowel. So we can just keep adding mouth movements like that. I'm just gonna speed roll this.
Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music. So stay tuned and have a great day.
These tunes.